outside in their communities, the business owners, who are saying, listen, we're going to stay and we believe in this community, but you have to help us in the environment if you really want us to thrive. Council Member Jim Harity and members of the Kensington caucus, that is Council Member Driscoll, Council Member Squilla, they are champions here. And this moment is possible because you had courage, Council Member Harity. But the leader,
Yes.
the leader, the leader, Council Member Nina Ahmad, I can't see everything because I'm moving and running, but I watched that hearing.
Yes.
And I watched you stand up to support Council Member Lozada during that hearing. And when I watched you all listening to all of the testimony, and listen, it's hard when you're in council and the members of the community are right there. They can access you and touch you. You can look each other in the eyes. I'm telling you, that's when the courage of your convictions and what you believe, even if it means you have to stand alone, you can't be afraid to make those kind of decisions. And what I saw, I liked you before. I thought you were all right before, but I love you now. I'll go to war with you on my side anytime, Councilmember Ketsy Lozada. And so, we want to help those who deserve a better life, those who we don't want to see being unhoused and homeless, those who need access to what we call our wellness ecosystem, because that's what we're building here in the city of Philadelphia, and we're building something that it doesn't exist, so we're building it from the ground up. I want you all to think about that. We're building a system and a structure that focuses on long-term care, treatment, and housing, and it was not in existence before. When I remember when you all formed, I believe it was February of 2024, the team tells me, and you have been laser focused on fixing long-standing issues facing the residents of the Kensington neighborhood for all of the constituents that you all represent. And I just want to say today, and we're going to war with the status quo, but for members who live in this community who elect Councilmember Ketsy Lozada as your council person. And what I love about Councilmember Harity is he's just not a member of the Kensington caucus, he's a longtime resident of this community. So his credibility at the table, and I watched his eyes too. I could tell when he was getting frustrated, but we had to be patient and listen to everyone. We are not taking away any vital services. Let's be clear about that. That's not what this legislation does. Council Member Lozada listened to the community, worked with the administration, the health department. That's why you see our commissioner here on today. Worked with the law department, worked with L&I, all of the work, the steps that you don't see in front of the camera, the meetings, the conference calls, the Zooms. That takes a great deal of legwork in order to put something like this together. Many of those teams, and I need to mention them, this is why our Deputy Managing Director, Crystal Gachiel, is here. Our Department of Behavioral Health and Intellectual Disability Services, they are going to be involved in this process. They are not leaving us. We want to make sure people get the care that they need. And I want you to know, as mayor of this city, and I don't know if you all have measured this, I'm so happy that I never promised perfection. I never told anyone that if you give me a chance to be the mayor, we have a magic wand and we can just fix everything overnight. But what we did say, we committed to doing the best we can with the resources that we have and using intergovernmental cooperation and collaboration to work with the elected officials to deliver the quality of life to Philadelphians of every neighborhood that you deserve. Councilmember Ketsy Lozada, I don't know when this council district has received the amount of support and services that they deserve the way we watched you be an effective advocate for this community, because sometimes you just don't do it by calling people names and poking people in the eye. That's not usually how you can get people to want to work with you to deliver support and services for your community. But when people see the skin that you're willing to put in the game as it relates to the leadership, there is nothing we can't do together. This is what one Philly, a united city, looks like. I want you to give a rousing round of applause for Councilmember Ketsy Lozada.
Yeah. Fireball.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much. I have some words here, but I think that what is important for me to say over anything that's written here is how grateful I am to the Harrogate community, to the members of the Harrogate Civic, to people like Sandra and Sharon Farrell, and all of you as members who have never left me alone, ever. I can't do this work alone. And this bill is a perfect example of us working together, of us as a government hearing you and working for you. That's what we're supposed to do.
That's right.
Government is supposed to work for you, not you work for us. And for the first time, I feel like we have leadership on the second floor in Mayor Parker that has never, ever stood down and has always delivered for us. And so give her a round of applause. Thank you. To the members of the Kensington caucus, you know, when we formed, we said we're going to stick together and we're going to get a lot of black eyes. And there are times when it's going to get really difficult. And we all agreed at that moment that we would stick together. And so Councilmember Driscoll, Councilmember Squilla, Councilmember Harity, who brings lived experience. Lived experience. This is not somebody who, we're not just pulling ideas out of the sky. This is, we're using Councilmember Harity and his expertise and his lived experience to be able to respond to the need that to the crisis that we're having in the Kensington community. Councilmember Nina Ahmad, Dr. Nina Ahmad, and Councilmember Curtis Jones, who form part of the Special Committee on Kensington, who bring their expertise to the table and help us create legislation that responds to all of the things that you all tell us are important to you. Director Geer, Crystal, Rachel Meadows, Andre Del Valle, who have attended meetings. Please give them a round of applause. The principals in our community, Erica Green, Principal Green, Charlotte Gilliam, Diana Garcia, Awilda Babuena, all of those principals who every day make sure that the children that are being raised in our community get the resources, the services, and the quality of life that they deserve beyond the school building. We can't do this work without leaders like you on the ground, who are consistently allowing young people to have a voice. That's right. To have a voice and to say and share what their experiences are and what they want to see in a new Kensington. In a Kensington where we're not going to forget about what is happening now, but these principles help our young people reimagine a community that they can be proud of. And so I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you. We said at the very beginning that
Guess what we will do? We will allow, because your voice matters as well.
Yes.
But we want to respect the people who have a message to deliver. Let them deliver it, and we're going to hear from you too. I promise not to
Thank
leave
you.
here without hearing from you.
Yep, thank you so much. This bill is not going to restrict services, and the mayor has said that. She's committed to that. As a caucus, we have committed to it as well. As a community, they've committed to it as well. As a health department, we've committed to it as well. Services will get to those who need it most. And I think that what we're not talking about, and I'm going to assume, that Director Gear will have this conversation, but in these coordinated spaces, we are making sure that more than just the basic services that people receive on a residential block are receiving, that they are going to get more in this space. They're going to get that attention that they need with dignity, right?
That's right.
With compassion, with empathy. That is extremely important to us, and they're not getting that now on the sidewalks that they are currently receiving them in. And so I just want to express my gratitude and my continued commitment to making sure that community residents understand that together we will work towards changing what we are currently living in the conditions that we're living in the Kensington community, and that we're doing it together as a executive branch, a legislative branch, and with you, the community's voices being first. You've not had that, but you do deserve that, and so thank you so much.
Now, we're going to hear from Councilmember Harity, our Public Safety Director, Adam Gear, Principal Erica Green, and we're going to close with Sonia, because we start and end with the community.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Let's have another round of applause for Councilwoman Lozada. And listen, we don't do this alone. How about a hand for her staff who have been working diligently? This is just another piece in the puzzle. As the mayor said, and she likes to say, we're building the plane while we're flying it. We're going to make some mistakes, but we're trying to learn from them as we go. But this here is going to help a lot of people. It's not about restricting. It's about giving the community the ability to be a community again, to be able to have the kids play outside. I have 100 and something kids that live on my street. If there's 4 or 5 out, that's a lot because they're afraid. Drug dealers on the corner. I don't just talk the talk. I walk the walk. I live there. I live at G in Allegheny. I'm on Willard Street. I got the 2 biggest fentanyl and heroin corners in the city behind me, and we fight them every day. And I can tell you right now, I'm proud to be from the 7th Councilman District. I'm proud of my councilwoman. So, listen, this is a win for the community. This is a win for the people who are suffering. Everybody's still going to get the services that they need. And hopefully we're going to get a lot more people into recovery. And what the mayor has done with this wellness village and the ecosystem, this has never been done before. This is life-changing. And I've told her many times in confidence that a couple of years from now, no, it's not going to happen right away, but a couple of years from now, she'll be walking down the street and people are going to walk up to her and say, listen, Mayor, thank you. Thank you for saving my life because you helped out. The 2 most important things after getting sober are mental health and housing. And this mayor's taking care of that. This councilwoman is fighting for that. And this community is fighting for that. So I appreciate all the work that all of you have done. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This should be an exciting moment, right? This is an exciting moment. When I started this work here, when I went into the mayor's office a year and a half ago, she asked me, what's your name? Adam Gear. Second question, what are you going to do about Kensington? Are you ready to roll your sleeves up and get to work for that community, for the folks who are up there? Absolutely. What are the things I started hearing right off the bat? We know the open air drug market. We know the effects of that. We're tackling that. We're building a court system. We're capital structures. We're investing in this wellness ecosystem. Probably number 2 Mr. Al, fires, right? The fires? We checked that box, Madam Mayor. We checked that box, Councilmember Lozada, did we not? Over 500 fires we put out in this season. Number 3 thing that I started hearing, mobile providers. Mobile providers. Am I right? And we've seen the pictures, we've been up there and seeing there are folks who mean well, but there's a community that lives up there. And there's a community that was not being listened to in terms of the impact that folks were coming up, setting up shop, leaving garbage, right? Meaning well, but there's a community up there.
That's right.
And we can do both.
That's right.
We can absolutely do both, and we did.
That's right.
We have a place where they're going to operate in a secure area where there's 24/7 security, 365 at the Kensington Wellness Support Center. There is a housing specialist who's always going to be there, nurse, doctor, you name it, we are putting them up there. Legal counsel. Yes. We just had Mural Arts complete they put up a whole bunch of nice, beautiful artwork across this privacy fence, beautifying the neighborhood, and that is where our folks are going to operate. That is where they're going to come to this secure site and receive those services to come together. Folks will know where to go, one place. There's going to be a schedule. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing for the folks up there in our community who do need these services, who do need to continue to have what we're going to be providing them. And it's a good thing for the community. And we are listening, and we're going to continue to deliver. So let's get this thing signed. I'm super excited.
It is an honor to stand with all of you this afternoon. I'm Erica Green, the proud principal of Conwell Middle Magnet School, located in the heart of Kensington. And I don't do this work alone. I have the mayor's office, the council member. I'm looking at my colleague over there, Charlotte, proud principal of Elkin School, where we partner together. Today, we were just at her school recruiting young people for Conwell Middle Magnet School. Again, this is important work that we're doing on behalf of the families. And I just want to share that it is a unity, it is a win-win for all of us. It's not an all or nothing. It's not a lot for some and nothing for others. It is enough for everyone. And we need to be mindful of that. So every day, you know, our students and staff, they're exposed to trauma on their way to school in the neighborhood. And it really stays within the walls of our school and the trauma, some that you can't see unless you've talked to our young people. So despite this, our children show up every day smiling, filled with joyful hearts. Our teachers show up every day, and we keep doing the work. But it takes a toll on all of us. But I'm proud to stand here with my colleague and with City Council and the mayor. We are just stepping towards a future. These are steps that we have not seen before. This is new territory that we are going to accomplish together, not with words. They are showing you with action that this is a possibility. The decisions being made, as you know, are not easy, but they show us that our community, our mayors, our folks here in council, they are listening to us as leaders. They're listening to the children. They're listening to the community members. They're listening to the neighbors and to the business owners, because all of you matter here in Kensington as well. And again, our children, they are the focal point of all of this. So, as we've heard, and you've heard me share this on the council floor, and the message still stays the same with me today as we speak here today. I want you always to remember that we have to do what is just, fair, and right for the children of Kensington. Those are the words of former Superintendent Dr. Constance E. Clayton. I will always lift up her name as we're talking about children in Philadelphia, whether it's Philadelphia Public, Philadelphia Charter, private or parochial. Kids matter, and we need to see them, and we need to let them know that they matter. And the mayor here and council and all the leaders are showing us just that. So thank you, Mayor Parker, Ketty Lozada, Councilmember Harity, and others. Remember, the kids will always remember who stood up for them. They will remember who was a voice for them when they were voiceless. Children have to be protected. Their lives have to be preserved. We cannot look the other way and allow things to happen to young people. It is not fair to them. We have to fight for them. We have to make sure that they are going to be in a safer place, a more hopeful future for all of them. So on behalf of the Commonwealth School community, the Elkin School community, Kensington, Harrogate, and everyone who is a part of this mission, thank you for choosing to stand up for children. Thank you for choosing to stand up and take the necessary steps to end this crisis for their sake as we protect, preserve, and have empathy for folks that are struggling with addiction. It is not an all or nothing. It is everybody. We're working in unity. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sonia Bingham. I'm a proud resident of the Harrogate community. Let me start off by saying is that, first of all, it has been since forever I can remember that Black and brown voices have always been ignored. They've been silenced, they've been muted, and they've been made to feel as if we don't have a right to say or feel the things that we feel. It is entirely refreshing for the first time in my history where I can say that I have witnessed government come together, listen, put support, and put some wind behind what we've been asking for. Wow. So I want to thank our mayor, the Kensington caucus, and especially our Councilwoman Lozada for holding people accountable, for fighting hard to get this bill passed that centers and amplifies our voices. This is a critical moment to celebrate. For once, our government is not just listening, but acting in support of our community that has been neglected, misunderstood, and often vilified for simply having an opinion. So let me be clear, but while we do celebrate this moment, we do so with our eyes wide open. We understand what our leaders mean when they say we're building the plane while flying it. At first, I thought it sounded like an excuse for failure. But now seeing the commitments made by this administration, the Kensington caucus, it's clear. We are beginning to dismantle decades of systemic neglect towards Black and brown residents. This fight has not been easy. Today, it's happening as a result of tough decisions. And there will be more tough decisions that need to be made. And there will be pushback. That's right. As a mother, I understand a little bit about pushback on unpopular decisions. But we cannot and will not accept that living status quo is an acceptable norm. That's right. So at this moment, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for making the hard choices. I want to say thank you for giving us a government that we can see, feel, and touch. Come on now. And more importantly, I want to thank you for listening to the residents. It's been a long time coming.
Sonia, I want you to stay here. Councilmember Lozada, come on. I want us to make a moon shape. Come on up here, principals. Come on, girl. Listen, we don't profess that this is easy work. It's tough making decisions that you know won't get you a round of applause, that you won't always be the majority in the room. But when you lead, if you're only willing to lead and make decisions that will get you a round of applause, I don't want to ever have to walk with that kind of leader. We're doing everything that we can to unify our city. So no matter your race, class, your socioeconomic status, your zip code, your religion, sexual orientation, or identity, no matter who you are, there has to be place and space in the city of Philadelphia for you to be put on a path to self-sufficiency. We've got housing. Thank you, Councilmember Harity, for affirming that we're trying to move the needle on housing. We're building out a wellness system, an ecosystem, long-term care, treatment, and housing. We're working with the School District of Philadelphia and our amazing educational leaders, our superintendent, Dr. Watlington. We're doing what my grandmother would say. The only thing you can do is do the best you can with what you have. And that's what we're trying to do. And that's what we mean when we say one Philly. So no matter how many people say that they doubt us, that they don't believe that we can do it, there is nothing that anyone can do to not make me believe, as mayor of this city, that when we come together, we can work, we can be one Philly, a united city. Do you all agree? Put your ones in the air for me right now. No matter where you're standing in this building, put your ones in the air. Let me hear you all repeat after me. One Philly.
One Philly.
A united city.
A united city.
You all were terrible. We'll do that one again. Let me hear you all say, one Philly.
One Philly.
A united city.
A united city.
We're going to keep trying. Thank you all for being here. Thank you.